Hello there guys, this is Mr. Finzi and this is my first video on this channel, and it's a League of Legends gameplay, but I'm not really going to be covering too much about the gameplay itself and what's going on too much, because I want to kind of get a little bit more of an introduction to who I am, what sort of content I'm going to be producing for the future, and just to give you guys a little bit more knowledge of what you can expect from this channel and future videos. So for those of you who don't really know who I am, my name is Luke Finlayson, and I go by the alias of Finzi. I've been playing games since I was 13 years old. I'm now 20 years old, so 7 years is quite a while, and I've always enjoyed it, and I've always had it as a hobby. But I've always followed esports and competitive gaming, and I've played many games, or at least I've attempted to play many games competitively since I started. So that's basically like a very brief overview of who I am and what I am like in the gaming world, I suppose. So I used to be a StarCraft 2 player, but now I'm currently playing League of Legends and I'm trying to get into this game. I really enjoy it. I think it's a really entertaining game and fun game to play with your friends, as well as trying to take it semi-seriously, I suppose. I'm not really one of these sort of people that take games very seriously anymore like I used to. And I suppose it's come with age and maturity. Sometimes when you get older, you sort of grow out of things, and you grow out of being as competitive as what you were when you were younger. But right at this point in time, I'm kind of just happy playing this game and trying to get good at it and trying to improve. But I was a really serious StarCraft 2 player for a little while. Played for a couple of years, and just a couple of months ago decided that I didn't really have the time to commit to the game, but it's okay because to be fair, I was getting a little bit demotivated with the game anyway. I've still got a passion to be really good at a certain title of a game and I suppose pursue it competitively, but I think at the moment, with the amount of time I can commit to something, it's not really something I can necessarily do very good at and pursue as a career, I suppose. But I think it's always hard when you get to a certain age. Real life obviously does take over, but when you're young, you can kind of commit to whatever you want to commit to. But being at 20 now, I've sort of had my gaming years, but I do still enjoy playing League of Legends and other games and following esports. And I think it's kind of weird because esports has developed so much, and I think as you get older, as much as when you're younger you think, oh, I'm going to be a player forever and I'm never really going to be, or at least attempt to spectate esports events and stuff and just kind of be a person that has that as a hobby. As you get older, you sort of mature a little bit and you begin to realize that it's actually not so bad. So yeah, it's quite cool actually. I'm quite happy spectating events and just being someone that can, I suppose, watch other people play and have it as an entertaining sport to watch. That's kind of how I take it. I'm a big football fan as well, so sort of anything that happens with competition, I'm kind of happy watching. And I've had my years now of playing seriously, and it's not a bad thing. It's a pretty good thing actually, that at this age I'm kind of happy with sort of just watching games and playing now and then. But obviously I still want to play League of Legends. I still want to kind of get good at it. One of the reasons why I'm actually playing this game now and taking it, I wouldn't even say semi-seriously, I would say I'm taking it really easily, but I suppose I'm trying to get good at it is what I'm trying to say. It's simply because it's a game that I don't really feel requires you to practice every single day. I think unless you're at the very tip-top level of, esport level competitiveness, I don't really feel it's a game that requires you to play that much to really get good at it. With StarCraft 2, I pretty much had to play every day, otherwise I would lose level of my skill, and that got really frustrating. It got a little bit too much, and a little bit too tough to deal with in the end, because obviously when you commit so much to something and you put so much effort into something and you can't necessarily continue at the level that you once were, it does get really kind of frustrating, and it kind of gets you down a little bit. But with League of Legends, it's a little bit more easier to play whenever you want to play, and as long as you maintain your game knowledge, it doesn't really get harder as such. It just sort of means you sort of might fall behind in the whole, how can I say, metagame is what I'm trying to say. If you fall behind the metagame, it's not a big deal as such. You'll kind of pick that up eventually anyway. With StarCraft 2, it was sort of a mixture of falling behind the metagame and falling behind in your own skill. Your APM sort of got lower, all that sort of stuff. It kind of got a bit too hard for me to continue playing. So I'm currently in Silver Division 2, which I know is really, really low and not anything to really be proud of, but I haven't been playing League of Legends for that long, and to be fair, I don't play ranked as much as what I should. It's definitely something that I want to try and do in Season 4, which is just play ranked and try and get to the highest elo level I possibly can do for this season. I love the Season 4 changes. I think it's changed the game a lot, and it's also brought a lot more diversity to the jungle, I feel, which is my main role. Now, as you can see, I'm playing Udyr, and Udyr is my favourite champ to play. I've played him more than any other champ, and my knowledge of Udyr is probably far greater than any other champ that I've played before. So, and I'm also probably better with Udyr than any other champ, thinking about it. But to be fair, my level of skill and sort of versatility on this game is so small that I can't really say I'm very good with him, but I feel like I get by at my level anyway. So another champ that I like to play is Vi. Vi is also really, really good at the moment in jungle. She has a lot of good gap close, and she's also really good at clearing waves, which is just like Udyr. Udyr is really, really strong at clearing waves, and he's also a good dueler as well. I feel like going into 1v1 duels with Udyr and Vi, both champs come out on top 9 times out of 10. But it kind of depends on how you build them and how you sort of play them. It's always different, and better players obviously will come out on top versus you if you're not as good as them, simply because they know more about the game and how they can sort of play and counteract your character, I suppose, and your champion. I've got to admit though, the new Season 4 changes for me have made the game more fun and a lot more diverse, and it's given me more motivation to actually play the game. So you guys can expect to see a lot more gameplays and a lot more videos being uploaded of League of Legends. Pretty much every day I will try to get up a new video, but obviously with my busy schedule at the moment with work and stuff, it's going to be kind of hard, so I won't say I'll be uploading every day, but I will try and upload as frequently as possible to give you guys more and more content. One thing I'll say about Season 4 though that I don't like is the new trinket system. The new trinket system doesn't work for me, simply because it kind of negates the whole buying wards system. Like, you start off with one trinket, and people just seem to think you don't need to buy another ward since you already start with one. But that's kind of the mindset even I have. The only time I might buy another ward is if I want a pink dragon or baron, simply because you have a trinket already to ward lanes, to ward where you need. So it kind of negates the whole kind of having a lot of wards on the map, and I'm not really sure if it works, to be fair, but I'll have to keep playing and seeing if it will work in the future. I think as the metagame and as the season progresses, we'll see more and more wards being used, so it could work, but at the moment I think it's just a little bit young in the development of how the trinkets actually work for the season. I won't be planning to just upload League of Legends gameplays as well, and I will be trying to upload different games and try to do commentaries and live playthroughs on them as well as I go along. But League of Legends right now is just probably the better game for me to actually upload on, and since it's the game that I play the most right now, I'm enjoying the most right now, and the game that I'm just progressing the most on, League of Legends will probably be my main source of content for this channel. I do try to stream on Twitch TV as much as I possibly can as well, and my Twitch TV username, you can find me at FinzSC2, and the reason why it's called FinzSC2 is because I played StarCraft 2, and at the time I streamed when I was playing StarCraft 2, so it doesn't really relate to League of Legends, but that's fine. I might make a new channel, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see, but I don't really feel like it's worth just creating a whole new channel just to have a different name. It's not really worth it. So yeah, you can find me on there. You can also find me on Twitter at Luke_Finlayson, which I'll put in the description actually. But yeah, it's up to you guys if you want to follow me, but obviously since this is a new channel and I want to try and get it as big as possible, every little helps. I also plan to be doing a giveaway video for you guys, and we'll be doing giveaway videos quite frequently depending on the amount of subscribers that I get in the future, but I also think that's going to be quite a good addition to the channel as well, and just to kind of give something back to those that support me. I think it, you know, obviously is a nice way to give you guys a reward for that, so I will be doing that for you guys in the future. I'll try and improve some graphics works as well for this channel, and also for my stream. I'm not very good at graphics, to be fair, and admittedly the ones that I've currently got are not that great, but I made them in the last couple of days. We'll try and improve on them and just make the overall channel look a bit better, and the video quality a little bit better as well. So as you can see, we're coming towards the end of this game as we take down some inhibs. One of the things that you should definitely be aiming for is just to take down inhibs. Like, if you don't feel like you can finish, you should always be targeting inhibs. And this is what I'm saying, like, turrets open up the entirety of this whole game, especially if you get the middle turret, which was I think the first turret that I killed off in this game. If you can get that turret, it makes the biggest difference, simply because it opens up the entirety of the map and you can just push lanes a lot easier anyway. So that's kind of like my whole kind of playstyle with certain champs, but mainly I do this really a lot better with Udyr, and that's why I play him the majority of the time. One of the reasons why Udyr isn't really picked that frequently in jungle is the fact that he just doesn't have gap close. Gap close is a huge ability that is kind of needed for junglers, but for Udyr I actually don't really feel like it's that important, simply because he's just so tanky and so quick. He just is able to gank really well anyway. As you can see, I can use my flash and E, and that kind of stuns whoever I want, and that kind of opens up the opportunities for the rest of my carries to come in and just do loads and loads of damage, and that ends up being enough damage and enough to kind of win team fights for us anyway. But obviously I can understand the thought process as to why people wouldn't pick Udyr. Champions like Vi and Jarvan are a lot more popular simply because they have huge gap close, and their kits are just a lot more suited for ganking and snowballing lanes out of control. Okay guys, so that's about it for my first video. I don't really have much else to really cover, and we're coming towards the end of this gameplay anyway. Thanks to everyone that's watched this video, and please give me a subscribe and a like on this video, as every little helps. I will try to continue to improve the content that I produce for you guys, and I'll just see you guys next time.